Okay, people, live again. Another Sunset Sunday here. Name's Greg Smith here with Kent Robertson, business partner, friend of mine for a long while. How's everything, man? How's everything, man?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. I'm just I know you're not, but
Oh, here we go. Cowboys. Did they play today?
Yeah, they put last game of the night.
Here's the badass.
Mine's sitting in the window, so
Sneakers, aka little motherfucker.
he hadn't caught on yet. I'm sure he'll make an appearance though.
So, yeah, another Sunday. You know what? I'm just thinking about stuff. I don't know if everybody else in the audience thinking about that. We almost in the halfway part of this month already, people. I mean, isn't that something?
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, we're what is it, 14th? Is Tuesday? No, tomorrow's the 14th. 15th is Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
And it just seemed like, what was it, last weekend we went through Labor Day? I mean, something, I don't know.
Just last week.
But it don't seem like that's what it should be.
I know.
And we just seem like we're we're almost through this month already.
Right.
So hey people, time is fleeting. Ain't no time to waste on anything, on no BS. That's what we hear when we get in here, get out, talk about some serious things in business and what's going on. And we know we don't have time to be jacking around, especially with the events that have come about in our country, especially dealing with this health crisis. We don't have time to be jacking around and dealing with stupid stuff. And we've been dealing with stupid stuff, and really it's been confirmed how stupid it's been for 4 years. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, like I've been saying to you, we've been saying this since we've been doing this panel since March. The business environment has changed because of this health crisis, pandemic. The way we do anything has changed. We have no clue when if it's going to go back to what we call normal. They're talking about from Dr. Fauci. If anything, we may not go back to any resemblance of normal, maybe not until near the middle or the end of next year. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, people, you can't be waiting around for that to happen. As far as business is concerned, you have to be wanting and willing to adapt and change with everything. Okay? Because businesses that do not change, adapt, people that do not change and adapt, don't last. Okay? And that's been proven with all the businesses that have fallen in the last 20 years because of the internet, social media, and all that kind of stuff. We got to be ever vigilant in understanding what's needed. What we need to understand, especially within the direct sales, direct response, and with marketing, home business arena. And this is the topic we're going to talk about because we had come from our training on Wednesday, and I'm going to talk about this. Most of y'all think your whole business is y'all's comp plan, y'all's products, services, what are those are extras that you have to give to an audience. But if you don't have an audience, what good are those products and services? The true part of your business is built on your two things. It's built on your list, and it's built on the relationship and how you cultivate that list. What I mean by that is the relationship that you have with those people, the value structure that you give to that list, to that audience is your business, because you can take that anywhere. Without it, you have no business. I don't care if you got 50 million products and services. If you don't have a audience to sell that to, you don't have business. You can't make no money. That is the backbone, the structure of your business. Too many times in network marketing, we've been told to talk to anybody and anybody on earth, and them people they're not your audience. Do you remember those type of them days, Kent? They tell you to talk to anybody that was breathing.
Yes, anybody with a pulse. You cast your net as wide as you can, as far as you can, because you never know who that person is going to be, who will be your next top earner or your next business leader, so forth and so on.
Yeah, but people have to realize why that was said back then, and this is where I think what's missing in some of these guys that are, I don't want to say under 50.
Mm-hmm.
They've always had the internet. They've always had social media. We came from a time there was none of that stuff. Right. We came from a time where it was just coming about. But before then, early 90s, they didn't have no internet. Not available to the public. There was no Facebook. Facebook didn't come out until almost the mid 2000s. Okay, folks. There was they had, what was that? What was that one they had? I can't even remember the name of it. MySpace. But that was nothing.
Yes.
Yeah, that was nothing like what we're doing with now.
Exactly.
I mean, when you talk about social media, that was nothing. You know what I mean? We talk about social media now in the sense of these platforms are built, and what we're doing now, like live streaming on Facebook, where we can reach hundreds and not thousands, maybe millions of people all at once from the comfort of our home. We didn't have that kind of technology back then. And, some people were talking about how these people always were talking about going for the no. That going for the no was not the objective of business. Going for the no was letting people know that you were going to get no's. Let's be faced. You had to, in the days when this started, you had to market, you had to teach from the standpoint of what was the market. Yes, it was full of rejection. Okay. You couldn't get around. You had to go through that rejection to get maybe 1 or 2 yeses. Your objective was to get the yeses.
Right.
But with the way the market, the way the structure, the way models, way all that stuff was, there was no stuff like what we're doing now. You had to go through the rejection. This is what it took to build a business like these network marketing companies, and you had to be of some kind of strong constitution to go through that rejection. It's like the entertainment business. In entertainment business, it was full of rejection. But because we got social media and the internet now, that's a different business model. You don't have to go. I mean, there's still going to be rejection. I don't care what you go through or what you're using. Even in our business today, there are going to be people going to tell you no. Okay? I'm not saying that's what you should stop with. I'm just trying to be realistic about what this business is about and what it was set up, what it is. You're dealing with people. People have their own criteria, what they want. And the biggest problem in network marketing today is that they think anybody and anybody wants their product or service, and it's not true. Like you said, everybody was talking about anybody with a pulse, and that was debatable. Okay? Anybody, they throw a net out. That's like fishing. Yeah, you throw a net out hoping you catch stuff, but a lot of times you end up throwing some stuff back.
Yes.
Fish. Okay,
Right.
I remember my grandparents talking about fishing like that. They said, yeah, you catch all kinds of stuff, but you didn't. That don't mean you want to deal with all kinds of stuff. So what we're trying to get people to understand today, especially people that are home-based business, network marketing, affiliate marketing, you need to understand the importance of your audience and the importance of that list. That's the only true thing that you can control and have. Even, and this is one thing I want to elaborate on the list, is that you need to understand, you need to, even with the autoresponders. Now, the autoresponders is how you cultivate the list, and with CRMs, those are all different tools. But you should keep that list even outside of those softwares, because you're paying something that's a third-party entity that you bring people into. Once you build up a list of people, you should download that file to save for yourself. Because you, like I said, all this software, all these things we use, we don't own them. Okay? We may pay a monthly thing, something can change, something can go out of business. We're going to talk about all kinds of businesses that go out of business, even network marketing affiliates, they go out of business. They change comp plans. Right. They discontinue certain products and services that some of your customers may like. Let's think about this. If you had a way to find out, okay, a product and services may not be there, but if you had a way to go somewhere else and then market that product or service through some other way and got it for them, how would you think your relationship with that customer would be? And they may not know that you didn't have the product or service. You just went out of your way and got it somewhere else. Maybe something even better. See, this is where the problem is in when they used to talk about cross-lining and down-lining and up-lining and around-lining and all that stuff. We are here to serve and give a value-based products or information to the marketplace that is looking for it. And the list is how you do it. And the list is how you cultivate that. We had a training on this past Wednesday through the training portal we belong to called My Lead System Pro. And they talk about this list thing, and it's going to be a thing that's going to be really more talked about, because there's too many people still in this industry think that the only thing that's value through there is that they want to sell their product, they want to send their comp plan. All those things are good. We're not knocking that. We just try to give you a realistic view of what's more important, what's more realistic, and what that is your list and your audience. Your list, you have to have a list to build the audience online. If you're doing all this stuff online, you have to have some kind of list. The tools that we talk about that you need what they call an autoresponder. An autoresponder allows you to capture email information, name, phone number, whatever, depending on how you set it up. And then it allows you to respond to that list, those people that come through there. Those things are now run through what we call marketing funnels. And I hear a lot of people say, well, I don't like to go in those marketing funnels because you get all these emails. You don't have to have all those emails, people. We are required by the FCC to put on the bottom of any email or any of our funnels that you can unsubscribe if you get too many of them. We tell you that, okay? You unsubscribe to a lot of things anyway. So you might as well, the days of the big elaborate websites are over, because they're too much data driven. They're not efficient. Everything is becoming more simpler because software, hey, change things to change it. What are your thoughts about all this? You've been around this a long time too, from the training that they talked about.
And I used to be one of those who really didn't think email was all, once social media hit, was going to be was going to be that big of a deal. I have to be honest with you. I just thought, sending email, that's pretty much a waste of time for folks who don't really look at their email. But once I started with MLSP and the concept that was behind it, and why, in my opinion, email was dead, well, I've got converted as to why email was not dead, and why it's a valuable tool for you to have in your business.
Well, I think the problem with a lot of people is when you say email, they're thinking of like your Hotmail account, your Gmail account, your AOL account. That's not what we're talking about.
Right.
We're talking about a business structure information thing that we use, and it comes from what we call an autoresponder. That's not the same type of email. Okay, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about your personal email type stuff. We're talking about stuff that you use strictly for business, to send out messages, to send out whatever to people who are on your list. This is why the list of that or your newsletter is so important, because once they get on that, you can communicate. The real big purpose of your email should be to communicate with that list that you wouldn't send out certain information like on social media. Is to get exclusive. This is the whole thing about email. Your whole purpose of email should be about the people that are on your list, to get exclusive information, training, events that you wouldn't broadcast out to everybody on social media. That's what the email should be about. Okay? That's what you should tell people, why you have a newsletter, to give them exclusive information, trainings that they wouldn't get, you might not get by your upline. That's why I always tell people I have a newsletter. If you want to get on that, my newsletter thing is at GregorySmith.online, because I send out information that I may not send out or broadcast out on social media. It's exclusive. People like to get exclusive information. It makes them feel a little more important about certain things. If you get exclusive certain things, don't you think that make you feel more important about certain things, Kent?
Yeah, no doubt. It's there's a certain privilege that comes with exclusivity, and when you've gotten one of those, or if you've gotten like an exclusive offer, you're like, oh, okay, all right, maybe I'll take a look at that, see what's going on.
Yeah, and once you understand that, you have to let people know, yeah, this is not all shared out to the whole public. This is shared out because you are on my list, and I'm sharing this out because I look at you as a value client, customer, or whatever. So once you cultivate that information to those type of people, they feel more important than the ones that are just getting bland junk that are online. And this is where the email autoresponder type of stuff works better. It's not like your junk email that you use personally. Okay, that's where the difference lies, and I think that's where it has not been detailed on why the autoresponder email type stuff is so powerful, because it is an exclusive information tool to certain people that are on your list, that opt into your list, via your capture page, your website, whatever, however you did it, your newsletter, however you did it. This is what we need to get people to understand. No, email marketing is not dead, like they were saying. The problem why some people say email marketing is dead, because they were given out the wrong or doing the wrong thing, and they were just emailing or having everybody out and sharing information that they probably should have kept exclusive. You can't share all that information on social media and then share it out. And even on social media, you should have a specific list of people that you are sharing stuff out. You don't share that out on everybody, People that follow you are the ones that are going to get, or they're connected to you, are the ones going to get the information. That's the exclusivity of that one. Okay. But everybody may not be on your list that you want to share stuff out with. So you share out different things to those people that are on your list. So you even break down the target market even more so to those people that are privileged to be on your list, and they get that information. So this is why I think a lot of people say, you know, email's dead. No, it's not dead, because you're not using it right, because you're sharing out too much information to too many people. What are your thoughts on that, Ken?
Yeah, you hit it right on the head. Because when I first started out, I was saying, well, it was hard for me to bridge the correlation as to whether are you sending a mass email promotion or something like that, or mass email advertising. But when it was explained to me how it was targeted to your particular audience, that and the exclusive information that whatever promotion that you're going to have, it's going to be targeted exclusively. Okay, that's when it clicked. I'm like, oh, okay. So it's not just something you're just tossing it into the wind as we did before social media and the internet took over. Network marketing. It's like, okay, here's your target audience. Here's your message. This is how you should present it to your audience.
Right. And even with your email today, they talked about this on Wednesday, that email like Aweber, or I use MailChimp. Mm-hmm. You can segmentize those lists even more targeted. Like you might have some people that are on a one list and another person on another list, and the information that you want to share to this particular list may not be applicable to the other list. So you can even get more targeted to those people that may benefit. See, marketing is all value-based, okay? It should be all value-based. Just like I said a couple of days ago on my live, I said, think about this. You don't have Sam's Club, Costco, Kroger's. You don't have reps walking around knocking down your door trying to sell you their products and services. They market. They use ads, those coupon things you get in the mail. That's advertising, that's marketing. Commercials that they have online, commercials on TV, maybe even radio. It's all marketing. The difference that network marketers, we claim we're network marketers. And I keep saying this, and I keep saying this and saying this, and I think we did some problems within a lot of groups. There's very little networking, and there's practically no marketing. Mm-hmm. Everybody, like I said, this is why I wrote the book I wrote a couple of years ago. This book that I wrote about prospecting, 5 keys to success in today's market. Learn the difference between prospecting and marketing. Most people got to understand there's a difference between prospecting and marketing. This is why the list is so important, because your whole purpose is to drive value-based information to that list. That's marketing. It's not prospecting. Prospecting is an activity where you're trying to always sell your product or something to somebody. Okay? And mostly in network marketing is always trying to recruit somebody in your business. Okay? Instead of finding out what these people or the person that you may be, that could be a prospect, they understand there's a difference between somebody being a prospect and you prospecting. And then, prospect is somebody that has some potential to be a partner or client or customer. That doesn't mean that they will be. So it's all broken down to levels. You have to filter to a point where, do I want to waste my time with this person? Because you have the right to decide who you want to spend time with in business or sell to.
Exactly.
That's what this business is about. That's why it's so important to have that list, because you can discern the people that you want to work with, who you want to sell to, or whatever. And that's where it should be. Because, hey, they do it to you on the employment scene, the job market. What, you know, the interview that you go on,
Oh yeah.
that's the same damn thing that they do. They get a whole list of resumes, and half of them probably go in the trash. And the ones that they want to keep, they put in this pile. That's the way they work their list, okay? To see who may fit their business. And then, you know, it's always that 20-80 thing. They break that down even further also. So why shouldn't you as a business owner do the same thing? Because if you don't, you're going to spend more of your time trying to figure out why did this person's in my list, why this person I had come into my business, and you don't need that problem because there's a lot of wasted time and effort. If they weren't a fit for you, they shouldn't have been in your thing anyway. That's why the list is so important, so you can decide whether, hey, they're not a fit, I don't need them in my business, they're toxic, they're this, or whatever that is. You make the decision whether they're good for your business or not. And that's the way you have to run your business. And that's why we reiterate that the list is so important. It's the biggest asset that you're going to have in your business today. Okay? That's why, hey, even now, we got 52 days or so in the election. Do you not think that both candidates are trying to figure out who's going to vote for them? This is why you get all these robocalls, emails, commercial, all this kind of stuff. I get emails all the time. Are you going to vote for so-and-so? And da-da-da-da. They're target marketing too. They're trying to find out where your thoughts are. It's all marketing, people. It's not prospecting, it's marketing. They need to take the word prospecting out. Prospecting is like the gold rush, digging for gold. That's what they call prospectors. That's not what we're doing. We're marketing, trying to find out what a certain group of people, what their problem may be, and if we can help them with, if we can solve it. We're not trying to convince anybody to do anything. We're not in the convincing, at least me and Kent, we're not in the convincing business about nothing. You know, they were talking about how Joe Biden needed to go down to Florida and talk to more of the Latino community and more of the Cuban, and then my attitude about a lot of that is, if the Cuban society, and I'm personally Cuban, I'm from Cuban descent. If the Cuban society, Cuban community cannot see what's happening in this country and the difference between the two candidates, my opinion, why waste your time? I mean, you know, if you're always got to convince a certain group of people about what's happening, and, you know, people fail to understand what happened in 2015 when this man came down the escalator. He talked about everybody that wasn't white. Okay? Don't get it twisted because he mentioned this, the border, south of the border Mexicans. And I said this to a friend of mine. Well, we ain't really friends no more. But I said this out on social media. And I'm going to say it again. Half some people don't know you don't know if you're Mexican, Guatemalan, Colombian. If you look a certain way and you speak Spanish, a lot of times they're going to refer you to Mexican. A friend of mine that moved here from Philadelphia some 30 years ago, he lives in Florida now. He said when he first came here, they thought he was Mexican. He's Puerto Rican. That's my whole attitude or concept about it is that don't think he ain't talking to you because they mentioned south of the border, Mexican people, Chicanos. They're talking about the whole community of Latinos that they don't respect. That's what they're talking about, okay? And we're gonna break it down. There are Afro-Latinos too, okay? So the whole group of Latinos are thrown into one thing, and they're not looking out for your best interest. when I talked about this, you know, people talking about socialism and all that, the difference between socialism and communism. They may give you socialist programs, but socialist programs and communism ain't the same thing that's happening in the United States. And I hear so many people talking about, well, we don't want so-and-so to turn us into a socialist country. Well, that's not happening. A lot of Latinos can't come from Venezuela and Cuba and all. They're talking about stuff that happened there and the socialist stuff that they had there. Socialist programs are been here forever. We're not talking about communism. Okay. That's where people gotta get educated. See, education about a lot of things is very important and it's very detailed. This is why I try to be detailed about things I share, and especially like I'm talking about with the list, because you got to understand why all this is so important, how it correlates to your business, how all this correlates to everything, your way of life, because all of it's foundational. Until you understand the foundation of a lot of things, people usually struggle. Okay. Let me hold on. I gotta need to turn on. This is why I start this at 7 o'clock. Because it's getting dark in here. Look at this. Let me turn this on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I need to turn this one on. Hold on.
Just relax, everyone. Just a brief intermission.
Yeah. So, you know, it's very important to understand those type of things. And a lot of times, you know, that's why I said if you get all the details out, you ain't got to go an hour and a half, 2 hours on a webinar if you get that information straight out from the get-go. Because I try to give value right up front. We ain't trying to hold people up, what's the term they use? Overvalue.
Yeah.
Well, there's no such thing as overvalue. It's over taking too much people's time is the problem. You know, I just thought about how, remember you had to go to some of these damn conventions, last all damn day.
Yeah.
You get a break for dinner. Then you come back about 8 o'clock at night. They want to go until 1, 2, and 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Look, I like my attitude. That's one of my attitude was like, if you can't say to me, really, see, they had to get their money's worth because they paying, those things are expensive to put together.
Oh, yes.
And that's probably why they think they had to get their value, their money's worth to do that. But 12 hours, people, that's after a while, people start tuning you out. People don't want to, they're not learning nothing.
Right.
A lot of these things could have been done in a couple of hours.
And God forbid you should fall asleep, which.
Oh yeah, I've done that.
I did that a couple of times.
When I used to work for this company called AirNet and I worked graveyard shift, 9 to 6 o'clock in the morning. I would go from there to hit on the road to go wherever. Used to go with Carolyn and everybody.
Right.
I sleep. By the time we got there, I was kind of, a little more energy, but I wasn't, I wouldn't get no sleep all weekend really. Because I would go from work to sleeping a little bit in the car to going off those damn all weekend and coming back and kind of doing all this shit again.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But that was what we had in them days. That was my experience. A lot of y'all don't have that experience because y'all have a leveraging factor now called social media and the internet. Okay? It is much easier. You could build this much faster than when we had, because we didn't have the tools. You got every tool on earth to build a business online that we didn't have. You got so much leverage to deal with. And this is why I'm talking about the list is another leverage factor that you have that you can use to build your business. It ain't got nothing to do with time. People are using an excuse about time all the time, and say they don't have time to do stuff. Hell, there's a lot of things you can set automatically to do them. I use a lot of software that sends out stuff to specific niche lists, groups that I want to get. And I'm gonna be doing something like that, something else. Right now, I got some things that are going out, and I'm doing a webinar, but it's still building my business while I'm doing this, building my business. You use tools to extend yourself where you can't be, okay? That was supposed to be the concept of building a network marketing company, but the problem with that is you are always in the mode of always trying to motivate people.
Sure.
And motivation gets to be tiring and wears off. And if people can't be motivated to do what they want to do, that got to be a pain in the ass. You know, now you got software information that will constantly go out to certain people. How it'll go out. It's like my blog. I started my blog back up again. And I usually do that on Thursday, but it goes out to my email list on Friday evening. So I don't have to send that out, because once I put it and make it go public, it automatically goes out. It's an RSS feed type thing. That's some other things. You'll learn that stuff somewhere. But these are the type of things that we do to help spend time back with family, spend time back with friends. I didn't do nothing that much this weekend. I mean, I updated the thing for this thing today. Tomorrow, what I'll do, this is my my operation, kind of daily thing operation. I don't have a real stringent, but from Monday probably to Thursday, there's some things I do. And like tomorrow, this video will get edited and go up on YouTube. Now I had a guy get in contact with me, instant message me a couple of days ago. He's been looking at my YouTube channel, my blog, and all this kind of stuff.
Okay.
I didn't chase after. Look, people, I don't prospect. I don't chase after people. I get people connecting with me from Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, because I put things in place that constantly puts information in front of them that they may like, and that's why they want to connect with me. This is what we're talking about, folks. Prospecting, you want to talk about, to me, what's dead, the active thing of prospecting, that's dead, okay? And it's really dead because we don't have the infrastructure to be doing that now, right, because of the health crisis that we're in. So right now, we're going to have to get into the term of knowing how to market. Market is a very essential thing to do. And with tools and services we have today, it's not that hard. I mean, it's just not that hard anymore. You just got to want to do those type of things. And I'm not, look, don't get me wrong. I'm not that techie. Contrary to what my partner says, I'm really not that techie. Look how I get kicked off of damn Facebook all the time, sometimes with these dang on things. So I know I'm not that techie. I was trying to use a custom setting tonight just to see how it worked, but it said I had the wrong URL for the show, but I got the URL off the Zoom, so I don't know what the heck it's doing. Maybe it was the wrong one. But I'm always trying to try different things just to see how they work. What I'm saying is this: you got to do, and some people we're taught so much in this country to be so unrealistic perfect. And black folks, God, stop with this shit about we gotta be twice as good as white people to succeed. That's so much bullshit. No, we ain't got to compete. The only person we got to compete with is ourselves. We don't have to be twice as good. We don't have to be twice as bad. We don't have to be twice as anything. Okay? I'm not trying to compete with the next white guy. I don't give a shit what he's doing. I know what my worth and my information. That's not competing with that fool or any of them. We train our kids to think in so many derogatory words. No wonder they're not succeeding. Because they get so scared about, well, he's white and he got advantages. Bullshit. Yeah, he white. So what is that supposed to mean? But stop. We need to stop teaching our kids that we got to be twice as good or twice as this to compete with any damn thing. We just got to be knowing who we are. That's enough. We got to think we are enough. We don't need all this. He need to be this or he need to be that. Stop feeding that bullshit to your kids, because all it's doing is keeping them stuck, stagnant, and not confident in who they are. Because you talking about you gotta be twice as good. Get the fuck out of here with that. I heard that so much. I've thought about it. That's so much a crock today. Did you hear that too, Kent, when you was growing up?
Oh yeah. My grandmother drilled that in my head, but then it was based off the information
That she had.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's a shame because that really wasn't. That was another way to keep people in their place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They do that now. They do that in your job. They do certain things in your job to keep you in your place because they don't want the competition. Now, technology, we can compete with any big box store company in the same way with less outlay because we have the infrastructure of social media and the internet. Mm-hmm. Okay. Companies like Barnes and Noble, not Barnes and Noble, but Blockbuster, Borders Bookstore, they didn't compete. They didn't keep up with changes. That's why they're not around no more. Okay. And this is why I'm saying, even with this health crisis, sometimes you wonder if some people die because they have a bad foundation. There's a whole lot of things. There's some truth in the survival of the fittest type aspect, even in business and life and all that. So we need to consider what do we need to do to move forward and ahead. And that's why we always on here on Sundays trying to give you information that nobody else, not even some of y'all network marketing companies that you're affiliated with, are going to talk about because they don't want the competition. Okay. This is one of the things I've been saying this book changed my whole life about business and everything. I've been telling people about this book forever. This is Robert Kiyosaki's book, Rich Dad, Conspiracy of the Rich, 8 New Rules of Money. I always wonder how come everybody knows about cash flow quadrant. Okay.
Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Mm-hmm. But nobody talks about this book. And nobody can. I'm talking about the so-called top earners in network marketing. I've talked to some of them about this book. They have not heard about this book. They don't know nothing about this book. This book is more game changing, in my opinion, than all the other ones. They teach you, okay, yeah, this is how money is done to that. But they don't teach you why this shit's fucked up. I think knowing why this shit's fucked up, messed up and stuff, is as important as knowing how to operate in those ways that the 1% do. If you don't know the history of why things are that way, you'll make mistakes and you'll get screwed trying to do what the rich do because you don't understand the history and why they do it. Okay? And people act like, well, you hear this other thing, people say, well, what is it that I might be too thinking too hard about this other thing? No. If you don't know, look what's happening. We are in a health crisis right now. This current administration had info to stop what's going on because the Obama administration put out something when Ebola was going out. If they would have taken that information and applied it to this current situation, we wouldn't been in it. To me, I think even more so now, this shit was done on purpose. How the hell are you gonna talk this shit about one thing, turn around, and then tell other people, oh, this stuff will kill everybody? See, and they got this dude on tape saying it. I don't, this is why I can't, this is why I know I couldn't be in politics. I'll call spade a spade right off, straight up, no bullshit. I'm not gonna be candy coding nothing. I'm not gonna be, you know, they need to tell this fool, you're fucked up. Everybody, you're gonna lose your job regardless. If they don't do something about this. Now, I'm really wondering, what do they really mean by airborne? Okay, there's two connotations that I take from being airborne. Okay, airborne means they sneeze, the germs fly in the air, and you can catch it that way. But that's with the flu. You can do that. What they have not said, when you talk about airborne, what I'm in my mind is it in the atmosphere? Like pollution. See, they have not made the distinction.
Right. And I'm thinking it is, you know.
That we're all fucked. Because some of us been out without no mask. You know, even in our backyard. If that's the case, okay, you freezing? Okay. Oh, look, you froze.
Well, I'm good.
Yeah, you look like you froze a little bit. Must be my internet. If that's the case, we all screwed. I know I've been in my backyard without no mask. Outside. But sometimes I wonder if it's the constitution of certain people. See, they're not telling, you know, you gotta think people don't tell you a lot of different things. I know we're getting a little bit off track about what the topic is, but see, when I get into talking about business and politics are all one and the same thing to me. Business and politics. If you watch The Third Godfather, where Sonny's illegitimate kid goes up to Don Lucchese, he said, politics and things is these things I do not understand. He said, yeah, finance is a gun. He said, politics is knowing when to pull the trigger.
Mm-hmm.
That statement has been so prolific to me and understanding all this. Ain't nothing different. What he said is so damn true. Okay? And I think sometimes, and I've been saying that I don't know these next 50 days what's really going to happen in this country when it comes to all this mess. Nobody does.
No.
And we need to think about all that stuff because, you know, I mean, we don't know. And then, you know, if anybody read the Michael Cohen thing, said that he was talking about if he loses, he was going to resign and let Pence. Pence don't want to be no president. Pence is a punk. He don't want to be president. I mean, you can tell. He don't want to be president. He don't want to be president. No way.
I don't think so.
He just don't have that. He ain't got the huevos for that. Nah. He just, nah. And anything like, hey, business, it takes some aggression that you have to have and cultivate. Because there's gonna be people be targeting you folks. And I'm just being real. And you got to tell people, look, this is a different animal, entrepreneurship. It's a different mindset. You know, they were talking about, I don't know if you've seen this video, talking about how white black folks tear up their own neighborhood when, you know, different things come on. And she started going down with this thing about what happened in Oklahoma and all these other places.
Okay.
I said, well, what they got to do with you tearing up a fellow black person's business in your neighborhood? See, I have a big problem with that kind of mindset because you pissed off at the man that caused the problem. Why don't you go tear up his shit? That's why I never understood. But I said, tearing up your stuff is like taking a dump in your living room and expecting somebody else to clean it up. That's what it's like. You know, you gonna take a shit in your living room and you expect somebody else to come and clean it up. Who took the shit? I mean, I didn't. You do. You clean it up. And then it showed some man after George Floyd got killed. Mm-hmm. He saying this is not right. They done burned down this damn store. Whoever it is that's wrong. Mm-hmm. You don't go burn it. I told you what I do. I wouldn't care. Black, white, whatever. You're not gonna burn down my business because you mad. Go burn down those people who got the problem. That's what you do. Why don't you do that? I don't know. You attack the problem head on. The people or the thing that's causing the problem. And it's just like when we talk about marketing. You target the people that need the value that you have to offer. You don't spread it out and tear up or whatever to everybody. You direct it towards the thing that is going to be more value or that is going to affect more towards. That's like anything. I don't get why people don't understand that. You either, is it fear? Well, yeah, okay, fine. But you ain't that fear for you that mad. If you want success, you can't sell sand to somebody that's thirsty. They want water. They want something to parch that thirst. Okay? You have to bring the value, that direct value to the problem at hand. And you have to bring that direct solution to quench or stop the problem at hand. Okay? All this is strictly direct. And so I'm trying to get people to understand how they connect in those aspects, even in business and in protesting. Okay? You don't tear up your own shit just because you mad. They're not gonna, I wouldn't fix your stuff neither. Okay, I would not fix your stuff. So you have to understand that that's where that mindset has to be directed towards. And marketing, all this running around online. I see people running around online all the time. I mean, I get on, this is the thing. I network online sometimes. I'll see
well, we all do.
Yeah, I see a conversation that might be going down. Mm-hmm. There was one recently, this guy talking about, well, everybody's talking about webinars and funnels and all this stuff. They don't work. But yet he's on social media, has a funnel, talking about wanting people to come join his webinar. I'm like, I see you stepping over your own swamp. How do you talk about webinars and stuff don't work, but then you got a capture page and want somebody to opt into it? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, does he really think that's gonna work? Why would I even look at that? Just to see what you say? No, because I don't even, right there, I'm not going to even want to get on your email list. Right. Now, yeah, that's what funnels basically are set up to do. Is to capture a person's emails to build it, like we're talking about, to build that list in an audience, okay, people? But when you come to me with that mess that's not congruent with what you're saying and you talking out of the side of your neck, no. Your message has to be congruent with the physical thing that you are marketing out. If it's not, you can't build no trust in it. But then again, we got a bunch of, I don't know what to say out here. We got a bunch of yahoos out here that just don't. I think people just gotten to a point, they just flying in the wind.
Cast the net.
They're casting the net so wide,
Right, exactly.
and then they wonder why they getting fucked up because you're not discerning who you're dealing with, and then you want to call things a scam or he did this to me. Well, you're not discerning the people that you dealing with. I will tell you to discern even what me and Ken are saying. Okay, but you know, some people are gonna tell us that y'all talk all this about this, man. I just got on my nerve thing because I drank a bottle of water or something, I was chewing something. He said, that's not professional. Good, I'm not trying to be. I'm not working for corporate America. You're gonna take that professional bullshit somewhere else.
Yeah.
This is home-based business. We're related to people.
Yeah, but I'm sure I will, because if I'm thirsty, I'm gonna drink.
Yeah.
You know.
They want relatability. They want people that do what people do.
Exactly.
And he didn't understand that. And that was on one of my high school's Facebook page. He was a little older than me. I think he was probably in his 70s. He probably grew up. He probably graduated probably in the 60s.
Okay, I got you.
You know. He didn't understand. I just told him, dude, well, that's unprofessional. Good. Did you get the message though? He wouldn't answer that. Oh, okay. Well, you don't have to answer that then. Purpose is to get the message. You watch long enough to even notice that shit. And I told him just like that. I said, you watch long enough to notice that shit, but but all you had to respond to was that I was chewing something or I put something in my mouth. Tell him, take his ass on somewhere. Really. I mean, some people, you gotta talk to certain people like that. If they would have, if this administration would have talked to this fool in the White House that way, we wouldn't have been in all this shit. Okay? But you got a bunch of puñetas in the Senate right now. Mucho viejos. Mucho gringo viejos. White men. Okay? They ain't got no ball, no huevos. Okay? If they'd have talked to the food the way they need to, maybe out. I mentioned to him one time, I said, listen to this scenario. Okay, Trump get back into office, okay? He get reelected. But the Democrats take over the Senate and retain the House. He gone any damn way.
Yeah.
He gone any damn way.
Yeah.
He will lose anyway because they will impeach his ass.
Uh-oh, now you froze up.
I froze up. And you froze up.
It was getting good too.
I said they will impeach his butt.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, you have froze up for a second.
Oh, he will probably know this is what will happen. He will probably quit or resign. Because he know.
That would not surprise me if that did happen. Yeah, I could see him doing that.
He get back and reelected, but he loses the House. I mean, he loses the Senate also, the majority. Mitch McConnell, Mitch the bitch be gone. All them other people be out. It'd be a total House of Democrat. He'd be fucked. He know he'd be fucked.
Right.
He wouldn't get shit passed. They would be trying, you got to go. I mean, that's another scenario that could happen. You know.
Right.
I'm just saying, I don't know. Okay, what time is it? It's 8:01 or 8:05. I just made some stir fry. Sunday's cooking and laundry day and Sunset Sunday day.
Did you make enough for everyone?
Shit. Everybody in this house.
That's not an answer.
Everybody in this house. Everybody in the house, yeah.
That's how we were thinking alike because I made some yesterday. So.
Oh, okay. See, usually before I did the panel thing, I would do this thing on my phone, and Kent would be on there, and I was talking about, yeah, I grilled some shit on the grill. I might have a beer on the thing, and that's how I did. That's how I did my marketing. Just be yourself, people. Don't try to be so professional that people look at you like, who the fuck is this? Okay, just be yourself. Learn to embrace who you are. That's what all this home-based business marketing, all this stuff, it should be about. It should embrace people who you are. That's what the attraction marketing concept is all based about. But you have to be comfortable with you to cultivate that trust in your list. Mm-hmm. Any other thoughts, Kent, before we get off of here?
Hey, that's, shout out to everybody that came on and saw the chat today. We hope we provided value to you. If this has been of value to you, like the video, share it out. Hey, it was a good week. It was a good weekend. It was a good weekend. And doing these chats with Greg, I even though we've been in the game for a good while, there's things I continue to learn. Folks, this is not where you reach a certain level and you stop. When you take some skill sets in, you take some value in, you teach it and pass it on to the next person. And I think at the end of the day, where Greg and I, we want to be the leaders that we want to be, to help someone else with their business, help them grow it, help them learn the skill sets. And yeah, don't get us wrong. We're not so Pollyannish enough that we don't want to make money. Yes, we do want to make money. I haven't shared this with too many folks, but I think I have shared it with you, Greg. I want to be at reaching a level where I can buy myself. It used to be a big old motor coach, but I can deal with the small motor coach. I would just like to, work up to that day to retirement and make that day as quick as possible. Mm-hmm. Leave my corporate job, get my little RV, and just go. Doesn't matter where I want to go. I can just go.
I'm looking at something from this page that I had talked about this woman talking about her business, about black. They're reacting to what I said, and then I'm gonna tell you what I said. The problem is we still burn down businesses that are owned by black people. Attack the source of the police. I say attack the source. Like police precincts, if you're gonna attack something, okay. And then I said, why would you tear? I said, why don't you go to some of these neighborhoods that you say that are the problem, but you burn down your own stuff? And here's what this guy named Henry Fogel says: black people don't own Target. What they got to do with anything? Mm-hmm. There was a guy, you burned his business down. Ain't got to be Target.
Exactly.
Okay. And there's another one, he says, give us a fucking break about business. All that shit is insured, full coverage. That still is no excuse.
No excuse. I mean, you can't replace the memories that go into that. And for folks who build that up by their own, with their own bare hands, there's some intangible valuable that will never be replaced, no matter how much money they get back from insurance and all that.
I don't know. I will answer this back later.
Uh-oh.
Okay. With that being said, I hope you got value from this. We do this every Sunday night. I think probably by the time this month is over, we're going to be doing this probably at 6:30. Yeah.
Oh,
Because I mean, we're losing we're losing 3 or 4 minutes a day.
Exactly.
Because it's now getting dark at 7. Okay, it's 8 o'clock. It's sunsets about 7:45 here now.
Right.
So why is it such dark over here? That was some light.
Yeah, I did see your light dim a little bit. I'm like, okay.
I don't know what that is. That light's on. That light's on. There might have been a light over there. I don't know. That light back there's on.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Oh well.
Okay.
Like I always say, this is Sunday night. Everybody gotta go make that meal in the morning. And this is not my quote. This is Les Brown. Les Brown said this. I've been repeating this thing ever since I heard this. He always talks about, people. Heart attack rate goes up 30, 40%, probably 50% now with this pandemic and all this shit that's going on. People are losing their jobs. People are on whatever, unemployment, trying to, sustain. People, don't let plantation stress you out that you drop dead at the job or at your desk at home, because they will replace your job. It'll be in the newspaper way before your obituary. That's a fact. That's how they think. And you see these fools that are on this, I'm going to answer back to them. And they ain't going to like what I'm going to say. But you can't care, because you got to think about it. You're going to tear up we always talking about Black Lives Matter and helping black businesses, but then you turn around because you mad at the white guy, you burn down your own shit. How you talk that and then tear up your fellow brethren's shit in your own neighborhood, and then expect somebody else to build it back up with the insurance money? Even if it's not a black person's son, you still shop there. You're going to tear up a Target that you shop at because you mad at whoever, and then the Target don't rebuild it because you crazy motherfuckers just gonna tear up each other. You're still stupid. They'll take the insurance money, yeah. They'll take the insurance money and move the hell out of your damn neighborhood. Because why would I take the risk of being in the neighborhood that something else happened and you're gonna burn it and tear it up again? No, I don't take me one time to learn something. Something like that happened, I'm out. I wouldn't give a shit. Let you, and there's a certain, and I'm bad to say that, there's a certain mindset of people that do that shit. They why don't you go to them people's houses and do that to them? I just don't get that. I mean, I understand getting mad. Yeah, I get mad, but I'm not tearing up my damn house because I'm mad at somebody else. I'm not gonna bust out my window in my house because I'm mad at something what somebody else doing. I'm gonna take it out on you. I don't get that. And it doesn't change the fact that all you doing is hurting yourself. They don't give a shit about, they'll take their business to where they feel like they're gonna have a business and not worry about something jump off that you guys get mad and riot and burn out and no shit. They're not gonna care. I wouldn't care. But I'll tell you what, you wouldn't be coming at my house doing something, because I'll put some lead in your ass. I'm being honest with you. And so I know some people would do the same damn thing. That old guy that was on there after George Floyd died, he said, it's not, why are you burning down my business? Okay? This is a black guy. I don't get that. All right. Enough of that. Hope you got value. Peace, people. Wash your hands. Yes. Cowboy man here. Did they win tonight?
Oh, they're about to play.
Oh, they can play. Oh, okay. I know you want to get off. Okay. All right, people. We're out of here. People, take care. Peace.
Get them boys.
We'll see you next week. We're out.
Take care, everybody. Stay safe.